title?
Sure, I'm Tim Garris, publishing producer here at Serenity Forge.
Arcadian Atlas. What is that game about? Just give us the general pitch for it.
Sure, yeah. Arcadian Atlas is a 2D isometric tactical RPG, very much inspired by classics like Final Fantasy Tactics, Tactics Ogre, etc. Like the dev team grew up playing those games and wanted to kind of write their own chapter in that story. And it's been coming together for several years now, and it's going to be released later this year.
Okay, cool. So what's like the unique thing about it from like the genre of tactical RPGs? You know, there's a lot of examples of them. So what's the thing about this game that sort of stands out?
Many things. It's got a great story. It's very steeped in themes of like betrayal and loyalty and prejudice. Fantastic characters. Kind of a unique art style that departs from sort of the anime influences that you find in a lot of tactical RPGs.
Yeah.
Some people have described it as more of an Art Nouveau feel.
Okay.
One of my favorite things in it is it's got a really nice like jazz-infused soundtrack, which sounds like an odd take for a tactical RPG in a fantasy setting, but you hear it and it fits super well, and it's fantastic. I can't wait to own it myself.
Okay, cool. So you talked about it has a strong story. Is this one of those games, like a Fire Emblem or something, where you're building relationships and that influences how well they do on combat and things like that?
Well, a lot of the story is kind of predetermined because they have a very strong narrative that they want to tell. But you build these relationships over time with these characters in terms of like building them up, building their skills. You have a lot of determination over how the characters develop. And because the game has permadeath, that can also influence like what decisions you make in combat. You really don't want to lose some of those units that you've invested a lot of time and skill points into.
Okay, cool. You're a permadeath guy? You always play these games on permadeath?
It depends on the game.
Okay.
I think that if the game is designed for it, it can work really well.
And this game's designed for it, you'd say?
Yeah, no, definitely. It's made to make those hard decisions. And that's really part of the theme of the story as well.
Okay, cool. I can imagine where that would go, but I would ask, but I'm sure you don't want to spoil the best parts of the game, right?
Oh yeah, no, there's so much story that we're excited to share with people later this year.
Okay, so you mentioned later this year. Do you have platforms and a more specific release date, or is it just sort of TBD?
Right now, PC, Steam for sure, and everything else is TBD. We're looking at it right now. We're hoping to announce more stuff in the future.
But you can't say like summer, fall, winter, end of the year?
Summer 2023.
I think we're all good. Thanks.
All right. Yeah, thanks so much for stopping by.
Yeah, for sure. You know, actually, when you're not at the booth, just PAX related in general, where else would you be? You check out the board games here? You go to other booths or what?
Ooh, I would love to spend more time checking out more indie games. I'm a huge indie game fan.
Yeah.
Before I got into the indie game industry, I was actually an enforcer at PAX for several years. So that's where you used to find me.
So that's how you got in here. You just hit up your old connections and they gave it to you for free. That's how that works?
It's not quite that easy, no.
Okay. So indie games, you said?
Yeah. No, I love like the small sections like PAX Rising. Dearly miss the indie mega booth. That's such a great place to be. I'm hoping that more kind of smaller showcases pop up like that. But definitely all the games in PAX Rising are great. Any other small indie collectives like that, always love to see those.
Okay, cool. Very good. Well, thanks for chatting with us.
Yeah, thanks so much for stopping by our booth.
Yeah.
Noisy Pixel.